It's hard to see under this light, but this is a nice keyboard. If I kill this light here, she's a beaut. But we gotta turn the light on. You guys need to see the fugly. All right. Welcome everybody to the Thursday show. It's November 24th. In the United States, it is Thanksgiving. Here in Canada, it's Thursday. So we have that going for us. Welcome everybody. Normally tonight is a conversation with a creator. I bring a creative person on board. We've done the last few weeks. We had Josh Quinones, who's thankfully he was in the hospital for something. He's on Twitter and everything. He's okay. Everything's good. Josh, I'm glad you're okay. Because he got really sick. Ironically, he got sick right after doing my live stream with me. But so if I ever ask you, you might get sick after. That's not really a promotion for the show, I don't think. Anyway, Josh, I'm glad you're okay. I hope you're okay, man. I'm glad you're okay. Yeah, we've had the Poets on, we've had Travis MCP, and then hopefully next week, we'll have the Techno Buffalo on. We'll see. I'm not gonna say his name, John Rettinger, but I'm just saying. We had a conversation. I hope he's not watching this going, Anyway. So normally we do a conversation with the creator tonight, and I thought about not doing the stream at all and just working on the Pixel video that'll be coming out tomorrow. I did have a creator lined up, but ultimately I decided we'll do something later on with that person, and because it felt like I was backing them into a corner. It just didn't feel right. So I couldn't find any non-Americans that had time tonight. So, but I figured since the last stream was on Tuesday, it's been 48 hours now that I've had the Pixel 7 Pro, and I've been slowly moving things over from the Pixel 6 Pro. Now, for those of you who are wondering, I'm going to tell you right now, is it worth the upgrade from the 6 Pro to the 7 Pro? The short answer is yes. The long answer is yes. Yes. That's a long yes. But it actually goes deeper than that. So if you want to go deeper than that with us tonight, let's do that. We also have some chargers lined up here if you guys are still looking for chargers for your devices. We got some here. We'll go through these a little bit later. Links for everything are obviously down below, affiliate links. Definitely take advantage because there are some sales on these. Definitely right now. This is definitely the time of year you want to take advantage of this kind of stuff. With the whole Black Friday week kind of thing, and Cyber Monday coming up, which is always fun. So I'm not going to inundate you with a bunch of videos about Black Friday and everything for two reasons. One, I didn't prepare anything, and two, I don't think there's any point. But I did have some people during the last stream and in my tweets whatever asked me, hey, what do you recommend? And these would be them right there. So the links for those are down below. We'll talk about them later. That being said, the transition from Pixel 6 Pro to 7 Pro has been interesting. I'll use the same word that Google has used many times: refinement. And the refinement has been really good. Is it for everybody? I don't know. I guess it depends on what you think is better. Okay. I'll tell you this right now. The fingerprint sensor, the fingerprint reader on the 7 Pro is a lot better. It's a lot better. Okay. This is still good. This is better. This is better out of the box compared to how this was. This is a lot better than what it was before. Does that make sense? Okay. I've tried doing some research to find out, like, what did they do under the hood here? And all I could find out so far is that the sensor area is bigger, and the optical sensor that lights up your fingerprint is brighter. Pretty sure it's the same tech and everything. Okay. Again, I'm still researching that. It's been hard to find precise information. Just a lot of skepticism out there, and I realized by saying what I've been saying is pretty much the same thing. But the fact of the matter is, this is better. If you're a casual user, if you're someone who's just looking for basic, if you're someone who doesn't want to upgrade every year, because honestly, you shouldn't have to. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, the 6 series, even the 6A series, 6A is going to be your best bang for your buck. The carriers and Google and everything obviously want you to get the latest and greatest, okay? That being said, if I wasn't in the review game and whatnot, I probably would not have upgraded. In fact, there's been a couple times in the last 48 hours where I got angry at this. I got visibly angry. Some weird bugs and things like that. And we're gonna go through what those bugs were in my experiences and whatnot. I did tweet out about some of this stuff, and you know, basically how I fixed them. But first, if you're new here, we're going to jump into the live chat. We got all 3 cameras working tonight. There's no 4th. Sorry, people. There's no 4th camera. But we have all 3 working. All right. So let's just jump into the live chat. See who's here. If you're recovering from the turkey or the ham, I think most Americans do the turkey thing. You guys like most Americans. It seems like you guys deep fry the turkeys, which is I've done a deep fried turkey. Oh my god, so good. Especially if you like inject it with like teriyaki or garlic or whatever. Oh my god, so good. Anyway, I was just gonna say, Americans, I am so jealous of your turkey. All right. So jealous, so jealous. Yes, I'm so jealous. Send me some, please. Oh, so good. Won't be having a turkey again until Christmas. Actually, I might be spending Christmas alone, but that's a whole different thing. Like completely alone, not just me and my immediate family, just completely alone. That should be different. Anyway, Bob Grimes, welcome to the stream. Just waiting, got my wife at Pixel 6 when her old 3XL went out of service. Hey, that's a good upgrade right there. From 3A all the way to 6. Wow, that is a heck of an upgrade. Genos is in the house. How you doing, sir? Glad you're here. Mech1164. Now that the turkey slumber has worn off. Hi, Zach and everyone. Mech, appreciate you coming through, man. Appreciate it. Bob Grimes. He's a channel member. You can also become a channel member by clicking that join button there. Appreciate you. Doug Houston coming in from down under. Doug, we're gonna talk about the whole YouTube short thing. I just find it. I'm not even angry about it. I laughed when I got the email, and I'm gonna tell you guys more about that if you haven't been following along on Twitter, and my additional thoughts on this and how the YouTube shorts are working and how unfortunately I think this could be used in a nefarious way, and I really hope it's not, and I really hope YouTube makes some other changes, but we'll talk about that. Just gonna breeze through here. Oh, that still sounds, I mean, okay, first of all, it doesn't sound good. I'm sorry to hear about the stomach problems. Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow, ham, asparagus. I love asparagus. I really do. Cornbread, dressing, and cranberry jelly. Bob, can I come over, please? Damn, that sounds good. Man, I love the food. I mean, it's how I get this trim figure. That sounds good, Bob. I hope your wife gets better there. Techware, how you doing? Glad you're here. Tech Verve, how you doing? Lots of techies in the house. Bob says the only reason I'm on Apple is the length of support. Android is getting close with 3 years of OS and 5 years of security support. Exactly. Yeah, I think Android's definitely made some great strides in general, and they're holding the OEMs, you know, to that level. So, you know, whether it's a TCL or a Samsung or whatnot, and even then Samsung, for example, has come on board and said, hey, we're going to do additional this and kind of do it on our own kind of thing, which is good. It's always good for the customer, because I think a lot more people are aware of that. Like literally, if you have anything problem with your iPhone, you can just go to an Apple store and 9 times out of 10 get it resolved, right? So had both turkey and ham. Oh my god, dude. We had a good dinner. We had frozen pizza tonight. We cooked it, but it was previously frozen. I'm getting jealous. I shouldn't have asked you guys to talk about the food here. Yeah, the shorts, like I get it, Doug, the shorts thing, but frustrating. We'll definitely dive into that after we talk about the phones here and everything like that. Not typical, man. I am not kidding. I was just watching Jason's last stream from the other day. Wait. What? Did I miss something? I know Jason streams a lot on Amazon. He's doing well over there, which is awesome. Ham over turkey, no contest. I have a rule here in Canada. Well, this is the way I prefer it. Ham for Thanksgiving, because we do Thanksgiving in October, and the reason Canadians do it earlier is because of the harvest. There's a whole reason behind that. But yeah, our Thanksgiving is October. I like to do ham for Thanksgiving and then save the turkey for Christmas. But I'm not opposed to turkey. One year we did turkey and then I made prime rib for Christmas dinner. That was good. And by the way, everybody, we are using Creator Mix music tonight. This is the lo-fi chill beats hop. I hope it's not putting you to sleep. I just thought it'd be kind of nice just to have something a little bit different tonight, not to go all nuts and everything like that, right? Since he lives in Turkey. I didn't know that, man. Happy Thanksgiving from the source. There you go. Over including pizza, roast beef, chicken, ham. You got this all figured out, Gino says. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, people. So, 48 hours with the Pixel 7 Pro coming from the 6 Pro. First of all, like I said, I think for the majority of people that are looking, maybe they have a 6 and they're looking to go to the 7, maybe they have a 6 Pro, that maybe they're looking to go to the 7 Pro. Honestly, when you break this down on paper, almost everything is the same except for the size of the 7 is a little bit shorter. The cameras are virtually the same, and just little differences like that. There are definitely some refinements with the software. I noticed a lot of differences when I was going through the settings menu, for example, on both devices. Rewording, reorganization, but it all feels familiar. There's no drastic difference. Keep in mind, they're both using Android, Android 13 or whatever that's on there, right? They're both using the same Android operating system. Okay, they both have the same security updates. Between both devices, I have the same updated apps. And speaking of updated apps, that's when I ran into a really weird bug last night. So, I love using Google Maps. I love using the navigator that comes with Google Maps. So you guys know how this works. You put your phone up there and you pick, wherever you're going to, hit navigate, and it tells you how to turn left here, turn right. It's awesome. Navigation in Google Maps is amazing. It's technically a separate app, but once you plug in your destination on the Google Maps, hit navigate, away you go. And you can use this for walking, for bicycling, for being in a car. You can actually narrow it down. This is where I found my first bug. Last night, both devices had the same updated version of Google Maps. But for some reason, I couldn't turn on dark mode on the Pixel 7 Pro. I went through all the settings. I went through accessibility. I went on the back end. I went through the notificate, like the back end where the notifications are and permissions on the app side, on the back end of the app side. I went through everything, and I even highlighted where this possibly should be. I put a tweet up about that if you want to take an actual look. I couldn't find it, so I finally did I did some Google searching, and I couldn't find anything. And I finally came across a Reddit thread, and literally somebody in that Reddit thread said, just restart the phone, like just power cycle your phone, restart, like turn it off, turn it back on. Either do a restart or turn it off, wait a couple of minutes, turn it back on. So I did that, and then the little option that says theme, and you can pick either system default, light, or dark, came up. That's weird. That is really, really weird. I also had that same thing happen with the wallpapers. A bunch of the wallpapers were not loading and whatnot, even though everything was updated. Not until I did a power cycle. So I've only power cycled this, I think 4 times now. I think only 4 times now. I do make it a habit to try to power cycle my devices once a week. I know, for example, with Samsung devices, you can tell them to power cycle either daily, weekly, every couple of days. You can set that up through a schedule. I'm not entirely sure if the Pixel devices have that, but I've never seen the option. So there's, if you're having trouble and you're switching things over and if you're like me and you'd like to manually reload all your apps and everything, power cycle will do the work for you, okay? Another thing is the keyboard. The other thing is the keyboard, which I didn't think would be kind of a contentious issue, but it seems like people are really attached to their keyboards. And I don't mean like this. I mean like your keyboard on your device. Don, I'm on board, buddy. I'm the same as you. Fresh install all the time. All the time. All the time. I really like Google's Gboard. So the built-in keyboard on a Pixel device is called Gboard. Okay, I really like it. It's come a long way from where it used to be. But I've also been using SwiftKey, which is owned by Microsoft now, by the way. I've been using SwiftKey since Pixel 2 days, maybe even Pixel 1 if it goes back that old. I don't even know if it's that old. It feels like I've been using SwiftKey forever, ever since Pixels existed. Have you talk about your keyboard? Have you cleaned it? Yeah, actually, you know, it's kind of funny you mentioned this. I did blow this out with compressed air. We're not gonna be doing any more close-up stuff tonight, though. But I promise you, I have. Anyway, the Google keyboard, the Gboard, is really good. It's really, really good. But I don't like the layout, and I don't like the way that you can't really customize it as much as SwiftKey. I would definitely recommend that if you're looking, you know, at a keyboard or whatever, the SwiftKey is good. You know, decide whether you want to tie it to your Google account or not. I do, so that the predictions basically move over and whatnot. And let me see if I can show you guys what I mean here. Okay. So this right here is SwiftKey. Okay, and you see this key down here? This is your emoji key. This is going to sound silly, but I use a lot of emojis, and it's convenient to have that key there. Let me just see if I can go back without everything removing. Nope. Okay, there we go. So having the emoji key, or I have to long press that key there, is helpful. On Gboard, the emoji key is actually over here, and you can't move it. And it completely threw me off when I was typing for about the first 24 hours. Yeah, this is the largest, dude. I always use the largest. I got these stupid sized thumbs, so I have to. But you can change the theme and everything. You can do the same thing with Gboard. You can change the colors, all kind of stuff. But this is called the Neptune Blue. Let's see. Let's go back here. So anyway, there you go. And in case you're wondering about my my searches there, one eye has enlarged pupil. My brother-in-law is going through some stuff right now, but he is okay. Anyway, but just having that emoji key there rather than on the left side is just something I'm so used to. Let me see if I can switch this over to Gboard. Ah, yes, here we go. Okay, so I can actually switch this over to Gboard. So here's Gboard. Now I picked this color scheme because it kind of matches what I like. Of course, you can change to one. This is the largest, but you can see here the emoji key is now there. Okay, and then you can go through your emojis or whatever you need to, right? But like the typing is fine on this, but just having that emoji key in a different place just completely threw me off. Let's go back to Microsoft SwiftKey. So that right there, other than that though, the keyboard experience has been fine. I really wanted to give Gboard a chance over here, but after the first 24 hours, after I did the stream with you guys and going into the next day, it was just throwing me off. I just couldn't get used to having that key over there. And SwiftKey has all my predictions. It's worked well for me. I know how it works and everything, so I'm keeping with it. It's lightweight. It doesn't take up a lot of room. I trust it. Yeah, we're good to go. Holy F, that's a lot of keyboard. Yeah, there you go, buddy. Bob Grimes, I wish my SE 2022 had Android style, always on display, just time and date. They didn't bring, oh, that's right, they only started the on display with the always on with this year. Pixel 7 haptics are way more prominent than compared to an iPhone. I haven't really noticed that. I'll definitely have a look. I mean, as you guys know, this camera right here is the iPhone, so I will definitely have to. I think I probably could do a whole video about that on the Pixel channel. That might be a good one. Thank you, definitely talking about the haptics and everything like that. You know what I find is really cool is with the Gboard or even Microsoft SwiftKey, you can control those haptics. You can control how strong they are. That's something I don't know if you can do that with an iPhone. I definitely have to check that out. Also, I don't know if it's a fair comparison with my 11 Pro Max. So what I'll have to do is check with some people that have current iPhones and see, can they control how strong the haptics are? It's a good question. It's a good question. But anyway, I gave Gboard a chance. It didn't work out for me personally. I know some of you guys really like it. Maybe I'll try it out again. But yeah, here we are. Anyway, another thing I wanted to kind of pick on, and I mentioned this in a brief tweet yesterday. It's so funny. We're all complaining about Twitter, but we're still doing Twitter. Well, one thing that was actually been kind of nice is switching all my apps over manually. It made me realize how many of my apps I needed to update passwords, resave passwords, and turn on two-factor authentication for a couple apps I didn't have turned on. I talked about this last stream. If you're not using a password manager, please grab one. It can be LastPass, 1Password. All the big names out there seem to be really, really good. Do some quick research, figure out, what works across your devices. So the password manager I use works across my Android and with my iPhone, and also works through Google Chrome really well. I don't have any issues. I pay the yearly $35 Canadian, which I think is like $26 American, so I can have access across all my devices and a couple extra features. But a lot of times the free features work well. By using a password manager, you literally only have to remember one password. And, in my case, I've turned on everything with biometrics. So when I'm at my computer, I do have to enter my master password because I need to turn it back on. That only happens when I restart Chrome. Excuse me. But on my devices, fingerprint, we're good to go, right? So please use password manager. It'll enable you to make crazy passwords. You can decide whether uppercase, lowercase, special characters, whatever. Please use a password manager. Get on that, okay? You really should. 2, if you have the option for two-factor authentication, whether you're using your phone or an authenticator app, please do that. There is Google Authenticator. There's Authy, A-U-T-H-Y. There's all sorts of other ones out there. Those are free apps you can download. You log in, you generate a key with the app that talks, with the authenticator app that talks to the app you're using, and you use that to unlock the device. So as an example with Twitter, when I re-logged into Twitter on my Pixel 7 Pro, I had an option. I could have used a physical authenticator key, or I could have used an app key. I opted for the app key because I was on the app. So I entered my password, entered the authentication app, which refreshes every 30 seconds, and in, right? I could have also done SMS, so been texted. I know that's popular with a lot of people, and I know there's some debate about how safe that can be. I think as long as your phone number is not floating out there and you're not telling people, and you have porting turned off on your devices, you should be good to go. So definitely talk to your carrier about turning off porting, okay? You should be good to go with SMS. But anyway, with Twitter, like I said, enter that and away we went. And like I said, the third way, in addition also with your accounts, which I have on all of my accounts, is a physical key. So you can put this right here is the Google Titan key. Another one of the more popular ones out there is Yubico. I think it's pronounced Yubico. And you literally plug that into your laptop, plug that into your device to unlock your accounts, okay, along with your password, okay? But again, you need the physical key. If you don't have the physical key on you, you're hooped, okay? That almost happened to me when I was down in Las Vegas last year for CES. I needed this for my Google account because Google detected that, oh, he's in Las Vegas and trying to get into his Google account, right? Luckily, I had a workaround, right? So just be aware of that. That's why sometimes the software keys are the best way to go, okay? But like I said, during the whole process of switching over my apps and whatever, I turned on two-factor for a bunch of things, turned it off for a couple others that I didn't need anymore. It also made me realize I don't need this app, I don't need that app, and things like that. It allows me to kind of clean things up, right? So, is there a lightning key for iPhone? I don't know if Google makes a Lightning version, Bob, but the Yubico should have a Lightning version for you. I know Don Coven knows a lot about these. If he's still in the chat, it'd be great if he kind of chimed in with that. Okay, you have the Microsoft authentication. There you go. There you go. I dig this music. I dig it. By the way, everybody, new video, ZAKtalks Pixel, tomorrow morning. Do me a solid, watch it, comment, like, hit the notification. That helps out. It's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be like I said on Twitter. ZAKtalks Pixel. It's gonna be a destination for Pixel and Google stuff that's gonna entertain, educate, and inform. So this one's definitely entertaining. So anyway, solid experience, I would honestly say. As usual, I found out very quickly, these are slippery devices. These are very slippery devices. I almost wish I didn't take off that D brand skin. Get a case for these, people. I'm serious. I had a couple near drops there onto the hardwood floor upstairs because I'm resting the phone on my lap, and then all of a sudden it just decides to start going. You guys have seen this, right? The phone just starts going, right? YubiKey, is that how it's pronounced? Yeah, YubiKey has Lightning on one side and USB-C on the other. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Neil's World. I'm planning on getting the Pixel 7 Pro, or should I get the iPhone 14 Pro? Okay, so first of all, I haven't used the iPhone 14 Pro. My first question to you, Neil, would be this: which operating system do you like using more, Android or iOS? So let me know, Android or iOS, and then we can kind of continue the conversation from there. If you say Android, stick on that side. If it's Apple, I guess I can guide you from there. But that's the first thing I would ask. That's the first thing I would ask. So upgrade your devices, people. When you're upgrading your devices, make sure you guys are taking care of your security and whatnot. I had to resave a bunch of passwords. I had to it's kind of funny. I had a bunch of passwords saved in my Google Notes. Don't do that. So I locked them up in my vault on my password manager, which is nice and everything like that. I had to retrain the manager on a couple apps that apparently didn't have it before. It's been refreshing, and again, I'm thankful that. Thank you so much, Rico. I'm so thankful that my carrier was like, yeah, go ahead, keep both devices. Get this one back to me on Monday. So that's been refreshing. Niels Word says here, I have been on Android all a while, but I have recently moved back over to MacBook from Windows. But I think I will save some bucks and stick with Android. Dude, I mean, that's what I'm doing. Check this out, man. MacBook Pro. Okay, MacBook Pro. Going to a big ultra wide right here. This camera right here, 11 Pro Max. I record a lot of my talking head with an iPhone. This is an actual camera. This is an A6500. There's nothing wrong with combining things as long as you're tech savvy and you know what you're getting into. I use Chrome. I know people are going, oh my God. I use Chrome here on my MacBook. This is what version of iOS am I on? About this Mac. Let's take a look here. I'm on Monterey version 12.6. I'm using Chrome. One of the reasons I stuck with Chrome coming from my PC years ago was it's familiar. Right? Everything works with it, everything. I've only had it crash a couple of times, no big deal. But I enjoy editing with Final Cut, which you know is an Apple product. I don't think there's any problem with combining ecosystems. I understand people like the walled garden, but hey, yeah. No problem, Neil. That's what we're here for. We're having a conversation. It's good. Chrome is fine. You know what else is Chrome? Do you guys play Fortnite? I'm gonna geek out a little bit. Fortnite, the event on the 3rd is gonna be awesome. Everything is Chrome. Everything's turning to Chrome right now. It's been fun. I like doing quests in Fortnite. Until 2023. Is that when they're gonna be doing the whole ad thing? The ad blocking thing. Yeah, that should be interesting. I have several profiles as well with different emails and everything like that. Exactly. All right. let's get into kind of the second part of what I want to talk to you guys about. So you've picked up yourself a new iPhone. Maybe you're getting a new iPhone for somebody. Maybe you're getting a Pixel for somebody. By the way, talked about this last stream. The deals right now on Pixel devices are insane. They're crazy up here as well, which is why it took me so long to get the Pixel 7 Pro and why things are ramping up and everything. But if you're looking for, as you guys know, there's no power adapter, there's no plug-in, there's no, there's no juice in the box with any devices these days. Nobody's including power adapters anymore because, save the world. I have yet to see anyway, different conversation. You guys know I've ranted about this. You might be looking for a power adapter. I have here 5 different power adapters. A few of them are kind of the same wattage from 2 different brands that I 110% totally recommend to anybody and everybody. Excuse me. All right. So these are going to be good for any of these devices. These are going to be good for any iOS devices. Some of these are actually going to be even good for devices like MacBooks and whatnot. And I've actually used with my MacBook. So in no particular order, we'll start here with the Nomad devices. I have 3 different types of Nomad here. I have a 20 watt, a 30 watt, which comes in 2 different varieties, 2 different looks, and a 65 watt. Okay, so we'll start with the 20 watt. You guys have seen this before. This is kind of your classic charger. This is your 20 watt from Nomad. This is just your run-of-the-mill, kind of straightforward 20 watt power adapter with the USB-C. Plug it in, away you go. Okay, 20 watt. Okay, nice and small, durable. It's got a great look on it. Nice matte gray finish. Looks beautiful. That's awesome. Link is for that down below. Okay, that's your 20 watt. The next step up would be this right here. Now, I know right now, I checked this evening. Currently, the transparent version, this version right here of the new Nomad 30 watt is currently out of stock. However, they do have this finish available right now. And everything on the Nomad website is on sale right now. So the links I provide you guys takes you directly to the Nomad website. We'll get you directly from Nomad, okay? This is a 30 watt, but it also uses what's called GaN technology, G-A-N. And if you're wondering what GaN is short for gallium nitrate. What does that mean? It's a bit different type of silicon, it's a different type of material that's used inside of the power adapter, okay? GaN technology runs cooler, it runs more efficient, okay? That's better for your device, it's better from where you're pulling the power from, it's just better overall. GaN technology is also going to come at a little bit higher price, but I think it's definitely worth the investment. So again, USB Type-C, so you could go USB Type-C to Lightning, okay? That's their 30 watt, and this is going to be great for a little bit faster charge depending on what you have set up on your device and where you go. So that's the 30 watt, okay? And the last one from Nomad I want to show you guys, this is their new 65 watt. And again, this uses GaN technology. It has the flip down tongs. This is good for travel. You've got 2 inputs here. So if you plug into just one of these, it doesn't matter which one, you're going to get 65 watts of power pulled. If you plug in 2, you're going to get 45 and 20. So if you plug in 2 devices, you'll get 45 and 20. That's how it splits it. Okay? And again, this is a GaN charger, so it's efficient, better, it runs cooler, and away you go. All right? That's their new 65 watt. Really have enjoyed that. And by the way, the GaN stuff has a terrific weight to them. They definitely have a weight to them. When you pick up a GaN charger compared to like a regular, size one, there is quite a difference. Like between these two right here, between the 20 and the 30 watt, because the 30 watt right here is the GaN. It has a significant weight, which is nice. I like it when things have a good weight to them. It screams quality. Okay. I see you guys talking here. We're just diving this real quick. Off topic, when I stream, I cough a lot. One of my stream decks button is a cough button. You might want to think about that, but one downside, I do forget to turn it back on a lot. I was trying to set up a Stream Deck button for muting and whatever, and I couldn't get it figured out. But yes, that's something I'll definitely have to get us up for next week, buddy. I definitely will. Thank you. Appreciate it. Luckily, I haven't been coughing as much, which is good. All right. So I know that some people have a brand preference. You may not be into Nomad. That's cool. That's fine. You guys know, I'm a big fan of multiple different brands. So you may want to take a look at what Anker has to offer. Okay. Again, links are for both these down below. What I have here now, here's something nice in between. This is their 45 watt GaN charger. Now I got this last year, been using it for over a year, no issues. I've used this to charge and keep my MacBook Pro going. Okay. It doesn't charge the MacBook, but it keeps the power consistent. It keeps the power consistent. Okay. So if the power is at, I don't know, 60%, it'll stay at 60%. Like, it's not going to go up, it's not going to go down, it'll stay, right? And again, this thing has a nice way to it. It's just a single USB-C plug in there. So again, you can use it for USB-C to Lightning. That's their 45 watt. The move up from that one right there is going to be, this one's heavy. It's actually heavier than the Nomad. This is their 65 watt Nano 2. Okay. And again, this is a GaN charger, only a single plug-in, a single USB-C. Link is down below. Again, it's their GaN with the pop-down tongs. And this one will charge your device. This is the one I traveled with to CES with last year. All these have a kind of a nice matte finish to them and everything like that. So they're not going to get gross or anything like that. Although my hands are kind of greasy tonight. I'm not sure why. But that's their Nano 2. That's a really nice one right there. That's their 65 watt Nano. I really, really enjoy that one right there. Okay. So there's some choices right there. I know some people are asking during the last stream, like, what do you recommend for a charger? Listen, I think you're going to be okay as long as you stick with known brands. The ones you see the techies all talk about. Anker and Nomad are good ones to start with and kind of go from there. The OEM from Apple and Google are obviously good to go. But you guys know how I feel about that. I say, listen, if they're going to take it out of the box, support somebody else to kind of let them know and everything like that. I've been really open about that. So I definitely would suggest you go that way. But I think you're going to be happy with any of these, no matter what device you have. Sometimes it's nice just to pick up one that takes care of everything. This will take care of your mobile devices. It'll take care of your laptops, all sorts of stuff, right? So same thing with the Anker, right? Yeah. So there's some chargers. And of course, you can't go wrong with their cables either. That's one of the Kevlar cables from Nomad. USB-C to C. Of course, you can get it USB-C to Lightning. You can get USB-A. Anker right here. This is one of their 100 watt cables right here. It's actually 10 feet long. This is great. Keep in mind when you're increasing the length, even if the cable's rated, doesn't matter what the wattage is, it's still going to slow down the charge. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. Premium, yes, but you're definitely getting what you pay for. You're definitely getting what you pay for. So. Bad news for Apple, going to use a USB-C with USB 2.0. But is it bad news? Don't they kind of throttle that? Gino says, man, if you're one who cares about what charging brick looks like, which gets placed out of view, that kind of special needs power to them, pun not intended. Yeah. I mean, it's people are weird like that. I don't really care. I don't care about looks so much as I care about efficiency. I just need it to work. I don't need it to work, right? Yeah, it looks good on film and everything like that, but I can definitely appreciate, a matte finish. I'm not a fan of the gloss. I love it when they put in flip down tongs. One piece of advice, or not advice, one critique I would ask on the next generation would be include like an LED light. It's always a nice little touch so that we know that power is going to that. I don't think any of these actually have an LED light, but I always like an LED light on my plugs so that I know the power is going to it. It's just a nice indicator. It's kind of like what was it, years ago, I think my dad bought a keyboard, or he bought a new laptop. It was a PC laptop, and the caps lock on the left side did not have a light that turned on to let him know when the caps lock was on. It enraged him. It confused me as well. Why would you not put that? They had a light on the keyboard for like the number lock, like up in this area here, but for the caps lock, no. and it just, things like that is helpful. You know, like the MacBook keyboard has, I think, just a little light, just things like that, like little touches like that people like, and it just it shows that, you know, care has been put in and whatnot, right? My ThinkPad has 175 watt power brick. I don't know about plugging that into your phone. Well, let us know how it works out. Please don't die. What would you suggest for MacBook Pro and M1 Pro? Nomad specifically says that their 65 watt will do a MacBook Air. I think you should be okay. I can tell you from experience that the 65 watt Nano 2 GaN has worked just fine with my MacBook Pro. This is a 2017 MacBook Pro. Okay, no issues. I used this charger with that MacBook. Whoop, there. Where's the camera? I used that MacBook with this charger last year when I traveled. When I go upstairs with my MacBook around the house and everything, no issues. I use this one. I have not tested with this, but I think the fact that Nomad has been, you know, that it's good for MacBook Air, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I test it, but I can tell you from personal experience that this has worked just fine. Okay. Hopefully that helps. Didn't Aaron review a phone with a 200 watt charge? I don't know, man. I know I'm behind on watching some of his videos and everything like that. He's definitely one of the guys I look up to. I'll have to look for that one. A 200 watt charger? Wow. Now, last year, you guys know that I had the Realme GT sent to me. I think the charger in that was 120 watt or something crazy like that. I know a lot of the Chinese models are coming with like 120 watt, 160 watt. That was crazy. I remember plugging it in. It was at like 15%. I went to go fold some clothes, and yeah, wife. Hopefully she's not watching. I do fold clothes. I went to go fold some clothes or something. I was gone for 20 minutes. The phone was at like 80%. I couldn't believe it. I could cook an egg on it. It was hot. It wasn't warm. It was hot. But yeah, I couldn't believe that. That was crazy. And that was the Realme device with Realme GT with their charger. It was crazy how fast that was. That was a good device. That was a really good device. I would still recommend that to people. 210, is that what it was? Okay, so there you go. I don't even remember what. Let's just do this check here. Realme GT 5G. I don't even remember what size charger they came with. Is it 210? Hold on here. Battery 45. Charging. Okay, 65 watt. Oh, the Realme Note 12 is 210. That's crazy. So maybe it was a 65 watt. Maybe I'm completely off here. But that's one of those. I think that's one of those situations where it's the device talking to the proper, you know, its own charger and saying, okay, let's get together. And it works just fine. It works just fine. I'm getting a weird notification here about connection. Give me a second here, everybody. You know, really weird. Thunderbolt. I'm not on Wi-Fi. Why is it telling me that I'm on Wi-Fi? Weird. Your connection is fine. Really, did I bug out for a bit? I'll have to play that back, obviously, but when I put my chapters in. But anyway, 48 hours later, no problems. Just a couple weird bugs. Power cycle has seemed to have fixed it. I'm going to finish getting everything else set up tonight. New ZAKtalks Pixel video tomorrow. And that's it. That's it. Now, for the average, like I said, I think for everybody else out there that's not a techie, that doesn't really care about upgrading every year, should you upgrade your 6 Pro to 7 Pro? I'm going to say no, unless you are having issues. Unless you have just an awesome deal coming down from your carrier, I'm going to say no. There's probably no real big reason for you to do that. The fingerprint sensor has vastly improved, and in my opinion, that's reason enough, especially if you have a lot of issues with the 6 Pro last year. You know, that's reason enough. In fact, you know, let's do this. We were going to do this last stream, but we didn't do it. But this is always fun. I think you guys always like to do this. We're going to pull up both devices side by side via GSM Arena and do a comparison. We always do these. These are fun. This is literally looking on paper without any sort of influence from, like I know you can do a comparison on the Google website, for example, but this is going to be, I guess you want to call it non-biased. I don't know if that's the right word. So let's see here. Pixel 7 Pro. And we're going to compare with the Pixel 6 Pro. I'll bring this up on the screen for you guys. All right. Let's do this. All right. And I hope it's big enough for you guys. Let me just zoom this in. I think this should be zoomed in enough for you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and show you guys this. All right. On the left, Google Pixel 7 Pro. On the right, Google 6 Pro. Please disregard the pricing down here. This is being pulled from Amazon and is not necessarily accurate, okay? So Pixel 7's on the left, Pixel 7 Pro. On the right, Pixel 6 Pro. One of the nice things about GSM Arena is you can click this button here that says differences, and it will gray out anything that's the same and obviously bold things that are different, okay? What I found this interesting in terms of announcement, official announcement. We had not even a year later, just short of a year later, October 6th, they announced it. Last year, they announced it on October 19th. And of course, released on the 13th. Last year was the 28th. So they're a couple weeks earlier. Not even a year. Yeah. Zach, you ever go to Red Flag Deals? All the time, man. I'm always checking that stuff. So when we check out the differences here in terms of dimensions, the 7 Pro, as you can see here, it's again on the left is the 7 Pro. This is the 7 Pro on the left here. Okay, I wish it would keep it. I wish it would keep the name up at the top there, but it doesn't. Sorry, I'm trying not to flick around here too much. Anyway, 162 by 76 by 8.9, whereas the 6 was a little bit taller, a little bit narrower. They're both the same thickness. And I have noticed this going from 163.9 to 162. That millimeter difference. I have noticed that a little bit in terms of my reach with my thumb. When you think about the area with your device, that area is quite small. Okay, but I have noticed that in terms of the reach. And the weight has gone up by 2 grams, which I thought was interesting. Okay, now, display. We know that this year's is, 1,000 nits. They've been talking about that over, so it is a much brighter and obviously can peak at 1,500, which is awesome. But other than that, same AMOLED 120 hertz HDR10 plus display. Okay, and I have noticed the brightness. I have yet to really test it out under bright light, like being outside during the day, and I'm hoping to do that this weekend. It's supposed to be a beautiful, nice weekend until we get snowed on Sunday. Anyway, and as you guys can see here, the resolution, the protection is exactly the same. Again, very minuscule. Android 13, but again, both can get upgraded to Android 13. Tensor G2 on the new one, Tensor first gen on the first one. Okay, and of course your CPU and GPU specs here. If you want to run, benchmarks, go ahead. But I always look at everyday, and I think we're pretty on par there in terms of internal. 128, 256, same as last year. Some variants you're gonna get the 512. Then when we come to cameras, just little differences, but both are using 50 megapixel f1.9. This year's has a multi-directional PDAF. Last year was a dual pixel. You guys saw some of the pictures. You guys seen the comparison pictures on other videos as well. Not a lot of difference in terms of size there with the telephoto. 120 millimeter. Last year was 104. Okay. We have a 5x optical this year. Last year was 4x. And then as for the 12 megapixel, this is your ultra wide, still the same. And we've gone from 114 degrees to 126. So just a little bit wider. All right. Video, pretty much the same, except we have 10-bit HDR over on the left here on the Pixel 7. And then the selfie camera. Interesting. I don't think this makes a huge difference, but look, we've gone from 11.1 last year to 10.8. A little bit wider though. But again, these changes are so minuscule. Here's something I didn't really notice from last year. Last year, the selfie could do 4K 30, but this year can do 4K 30 and 60. So that's actually a nice improvement right there. The 60 FPS, that'll make a big difference for people that do a lot of selfie videos, TikToks, YouTube shorts, things like that. Right? Speakers, everything is pretty much the same. We got a tri-band over here when it comes to con, dual band. USB 3.2, last year was 3.1. That's going to help with charging, with data transfer. Battery is 3 milliamps smaller this year. Look at that. We went from 5,003 to 5,000. I want my 3 milliamp battery. 3 milliamps. And of course, batteries, everything else has changed there. But not a lot of difference, right? Not a lot of difference. It's not that huge. When you and here's an idea, take a step back. Look at how much is the same. Anything that's gray is the same. There's not a lot of huge differences. There really isn't. Pretty crazy, right? It's interesting when you look at it like that. Now, now when you look at it further, deeper into the software, for example, Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro have the photo unblur. I have yet to test this myself, but we've seen the samples from everybody else and everybody posting them, where they've taken a blurry photo, maybe on purpose, whatever, and the software has unblurred it. They've taken photos that were already saved. They may have been taken with other cameras or whatever, other devices, and they've unblurred them. That's cool. And that's only a Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro thing. That's a definite advantage. And I see that in all the marketing, all the commercials so far. That's really cool. And I think that's a huge advantage. I think that's a huge advantage right there. If that's important to you, you need to decide if that's important for you, right? Anyway. Yeah, the new ultra wide is yeah, and like I said, it's noted in there. It is nice. I have yet to do any sort of connection tests or anything like that. Again, it's only been 48 hours, but definitely that's on my whiteboard for testing for sure. Yeah, the ultra wide has the autofocus, exactly. That's something that I don't see that's pointed out a lot, but definitely something that can be helpful for myself personally. Whenever I'm doing an ultra wide, I'm usually using a tripod or some sort of stabilization. But I've also never had any issues with that, with the autofocus or whatnot. But definitely, because I have both devices, it will be something I will be testing out when I do my comparison videos with the cameras and everything like that. I'll be testing with and without tripods, things like that. Bob Grimes, do you think the SE 2022 factor will not be continued much longer? Well, they didn't come out with a mini, right? So I mean, I don't cover a lot of Apple stuff, so I think that's probably a question for Greg's Gadgets, maybe Nick Miani. Yeah. Photo on blur is an old technology. I think not that good as far as I know. Yeah. So, but I think the reason why it's such a big deal is because it's being brought to the masses through just simplicity, through software on a phone. Like, for example, Magic Eraser. I know that when we all saw that last year, all of us nerds, we were like, that's just Photoshop. Like, we can do that. We've been able to do that for years. But the fact that it was brought towards for the masses was the big deal. Hey, I can just do this directly from my phone. As soon as I take a picture, there's some in the background. Done. Right? That's where it becomes really, it kind of takes off. It goes from what creators or nerds or geeks or whatever you want to call them were using before, or people that use these pieces of software, to everyday mainstream, right? And for example, Apple's really good about bringing stuff like that to the masses. I think Google's done a terrific job as well with the Magic Eraser and now with Photo and Blur. So for myself personally, when it comes to the Magic Eraser, I've used it a handful of times. I can tell you that because I'm so particular about my photos and everything, I notice like sometimes where things have, it kind of looks like it smudges what it's trying to erase, and it doesn't look the greatest. But like, I posted a couple photos on my Twitter a while back of a street view of one of the streets in my neighborhood, and there's actually a power line going down in the middle. You can't see it because I use I use the Magic Eraser to get rid of it, and the photo looks beautiful now. I applied a proper filter on there. I did a couple of little touch-ups here and there, and I absolutely love the picture. I'll probably be buying the Pixel 12a. There you go. All right. So last thing I want to talk about, Doug Houston was kind of talking about this at the start there. I had a funny issue come up, and it has to do with this channel and what I've been experimenting with recently. And the best way for me to, I want to show you guys some things here, and I'll explain to you what's going on here and some additional thoughts I have about this, and then we'll go from there. Let's see if I can put this in there. Excuse me. So this morning I woke up to an email where Google said they removed one of my shorts because the content owner restricted their remixing permissions. It was a YouTube short that I made out of the live stream from 2 days ago. So if you guys remember, during the live stream, we were unboxing the Pixel 7 Pro, and I was just blown away by how much better the fingerprint sensor, the fingerprint reader has been. Really, really happy with it. So I took that initial reaction and I made it into a 15-second short. Okay, I made it into a 15-second short. After the live stream on Tuesday night, I noticed that there was a couple sections during the live stream where some private information was shown ever so briefly, but I decided to go in and use the YouTube editor to edit out and blur those sections. So let's keep the timeline straight here. I did the live stream. I put out the short. I went back and used the editor. Then the editor saved the video. Okay? Because the video has been resaved, or I guess kind of re-uploaded, YouTube considers it a new video because changes have been made from it. And because of that, they remove any shorts or any remixes that sample from that video. The thing is, it's me that sampled it. It's me sampling my own video. It'd be different if I uploaded it but didn't actually use the remix feature. So what I did is, on the YouTube, in the YouTube app, there's an option there when you're watching a video that says remix, which means you can take out a section of that video and make your own short, your own YouTube short. If I had uploaded it separately, this would not have happened. But because I use that feature, YouTube can now turn off short sampling from it because they consider, because I sampled from the original video, they consider it to be a new video because I saved it. So here's just a couple pieces here. So I never turned this feature off. Inside the YouTube Studio is an option there for short sampling. So I allow people to sample from my videos. It's automatically turned on for all videos, by the way. You may want to turn that off. You don't want people sampling your shorts. Here's the letter that I got. As a result, this policy, YouTube short titled Pixel 7 Pro fingerprint reader is so much better, has been removed, which is funny. But things to know is I'll keep the views. The original video creator deleted the video or the changed permissions, settings for remix. You may not have permission to re-upload the short. Since the video is now removed, it's no longer available. It's just gone, just like that. It's not a strike. It's not a warning, anything like that. It's just gone. But again, it's my own content. So when you go to it now, it's no longer available. And here's where it was. Now, at the time when it was removed, it was around 200 views, 210 views. It wasn't a lot. I've been experimenting with it, what's been working for me from pulling shorts and everything like that. Even though it has the green monetization symbol here, I wasn't actually making money from it because monetization on shorts is not available yet. There was the YouTube Creator Fund for a while. It's now done. Monetization will turn back again for shorts and everything like that. So it really sucks that I had my own content taken down because I resaved my content because I saved it. Now, like I said before, if I had uploaded this and not sampled from it, not used that remix option in the YouTube app, this wouldn't have happened at all. This would not have happened at all. Okay. But because I use that remix feature, this happened. Lesson learned. I somewhat agree with the policy, but I don't agree with it happening against my own content. So let's look at a hypothetical. Let's say Doug Houston here. Yeah, number 2, the short sampling should not apply to your own content. Yeah, and I agree, and that's where the issue is. Let's look at it from the different angle. Doug Houston does a video. Okay, Doug Houston does a YouTube education video, which is what he does. He does a terrific job at it. He does a video. I use the remix, grab from it, and I do a 15-second showing how it works, okay? It'll show on that video that it comes from the person can click on it, they can go to the actual video. I think both parties benefit, right? Let's say Doug and I aren't getting along anymore. Maybe he has something against Canadians. I don't know. Maybe it's because he sent me some Vegemite. I didn't like it. I don't know. Let's just say we don't get along anymore, okay? By the way, I do like Vegemite. Doug could do a couple things here. One, and he has the right to do this, as I showed you guys there. You can turn off sampling at any time. You can do it on all your videos. You can do it on individual. You can just turn it off. The second thing Doug could do is he could go in and do an edit like I did. He could do a cut. He could do a blur. Now YouTube considers it new. Any shorts that pulled from that, including the one that I did, poof. So now I go to Doug. Doug, why'd you do that, man? I thought we were cool. Doug plays stupid. What are you talking about? I didn't know that. I didn't turn it off. Look, it's still turned on. Here's a screenshot. That's just one way I could see it kind of being done nefariously. I didn't know. It wasn't communicated because I had no idea about this, and I keep on top of like everything with what's going on with YouTube policies and whatnot. Very interesting about this. Maybe this was communicated in the past and I missed it. I'd like to say that I keep up to date with everything. vidIQ did a terrific video of talking about how people can pick from your videos and make shorts and everything like that and whatnot. Now, how they're going to split the monetization on that in February, I don't know. Do both people get the views? I don't know. But I'm glad I found out now. Now, one thing I did discover with this video before it was taken down is that if I do my videos that are between 15 and 45 seconds and it's just the product showing, so literally just my hands, and as long as people aren't getting this in their face, the videos have been doing really well. We have been doing really, really well. The shorts and everything. People want to see product, know about it, and away we go. Okay. Full disclosure, it's one of the reasons why I included these tonight and had these on screen for so long. So that I could pull shorts for them. Just keep on plugging the algorithm, let them know that I'm doing live streams and I'm doing shorts over here, right? Yeah. So that's, if you're a creator or you're pulling shorts from other people's content through the remix feature, through the app, whether it's iOS or Android, be aware of that it can be pulled anytime through an edit or through a creator just clicking off the sample thing, just gone. Like I knew about the removal with the unclicking the short option there. I knew about that. I didn't know about the edit thing though. And I'm wondering if a lot of other creators don't know about that as well. Yeah. So the more you know. Renee Ritchie, our YouTube liaison, chimed in today and whatever. I appreciate him coming through with that as well. And then, shining a little more light on everything like that. I don't agree with it. I really think you should not be penalized like that on your own content. Who knows? Maybe they'll change it. But here we are, right? I'm glad I found out now rather than later. I've only done a handful of shorts, and it's just been in between work during the day when I have, when I've got literally 2 or 3 minutes, and then later on I go through in the information, put it in there, right? So, and they end up on the short shelf. They do quite well. Let's see what I missed in the chat here. Why would you do that though? He's getting clicks from your shorts. This was discovered by Travel and Error. Nothing to do with documentation when it comes to sampling your own content. That was something I was going to check tonight, Doug. Is it actually listed in there that's... I hope they do a follow-up video or really communicate that. By the way, or maybe they'll fix it. I did post the email follow-up I got from YouTube about this. So they did follow up with me. Oh, side note. I tweeted this out, tagged YouTube as usual, YouTube creators or team or whatever it is, like most people do. But I got a quicker and more concise and more direct response clicking the live chat option in the YouTube studio. I won't go the YouTube route. I won't go the Twitter route anymore. I don't think. I think I'll put it, I'll go there on the back end first before I start posting stuff on Twitter. Although I think in this case, this may have been beneficial to other creators to see what's going on and to understand and everything. And I hope more creators see that. But yeah, I did get a follow-up email after talking, and maybe I'll bring it up here on the screen. Why not? We'll bring it up on the screen here. Okay, add a screen. All right. Hi there. Thanks for reaching out. I hope you're doing great. This is Ray. You were chatting. I'm following on the correspondence to our chat where we raised concerns about your short that was removed after edits on the original video. Allow me to share our findings. We discussed the issue details with our team, and we've been aware of multiple reports about this perceived issue. Interesting. However, we have confirmed that this is working as intended. By design, a short video sampled or remixed from a long video will be removed if any edits are made on the long video. Should you need to upload a short version of the original video, you can do so. However, if you edit the original video again, the short video will be removed. We're continuously working on improving our products. So, yeah, working as intended, even though it's my stuff. Yeah. I hope more creators are aware of this, because that's just it seems weird. I get it if it's somebody else sampling my stuff. Because, for example, if I were to upload a video, there's some personal stuff in there, someone does a short showing stuff, I want that gone, deleted, removed. Yeah, it should be removed, but it's my own content. At the same time, I guess you could argue and say, well, if nothing was revealed, why are they taking it down? Well, I don't think YouTube's algorithms are quite there where they can recognize what you're trying to edit, try to remove, and without going to someone directly. And you look at how many hours of video are uploaded. It's something crazy, like 36 hours every minute of videos uploaded to YouTube. It's crazy like that. Yeah. I'm just gonna finish going through the chat here. Let's see here. Yeah, the creator chat was really good. I remember I saw a tweet from somebody, I can't remember who, but I did engage that way first, and then I put the tweets out because I want other creators to be aware. They should be aware. They should definitely be aware. Don't you think if the edit video is considered new and old one is gone, there might be database issues with the new video ID number which can't be related to shorts of it? I don't know. Don Coven put a I think it was a reply in there somewhere, and I completely agree with him. I think it's kind of lazy programming. Listen, I'm the last person you should talk about programming. I never took those courses. I've never dived into it. I haven't done it for years. But really, there should be an exception for your own content, sampling your own content on the same channel. Oh wait, was it Doug that said lazy programming? It was either Doug or Don. I get you guys mixed up all the time. Yeah, confused. Don says here, I think it's similar to the restrictions on editing tweets. They don't want people to clip and edit portions of long form any misleading way. Yeah, it's kind of like how people screen cap tweets nowadays rather than quote. Because if you quote, and then the person deletes it later on, it's gone, right? Whereas if you screen cap, oh, that person said this. You kind of have proof of it, I guess, if you will, right? Even though you can easily, there's apps and things on there online, you can easily make fake tweets and then upload them and say, this person said this. So, anyway, something to know as a creator. If you edit your stuff, all shorts that's sampled, that remixed from that will be affected. Now, if it's a straight upload, like if I were just to upload a short rather than using the remix sample feature, I don't think that would be affected. Although the wording in there from the reply and everything seems to suggest that they can detect that. So, hey, whatever. Will I re-upload that? Probably, because there is a bunch of stuff that I did that was crazy when I was going nuts with it. And I think I can make a longer form, just really ridiculous. Why is this guy getting so excited about a fingerprint sensor? Because I am. It's because what we do. It's what we do around here. Okay? It's what we do. It's what the nerds get excited about. It's what the geeks get excited about. Anyway, people, it's been over an hour. It's been a fun one tonight. I'm going to let all you guys go. Appreciate you guys coming through this week. Next live stream will be Sunday. It seems like the Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday thing's been working out well. I'll insert live streams on the Monday and Wednesday if I need to. But as it stands right now, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday seems to be doing well. Next Thursday, we'll have a conversation with the creator. Who that is, I don't know. Hoping it's the Techno Buffalo. We'll see. I have to talk to him. I'm going to bug him after this weekend because it is Thanksgiving and everything like that going on this week. And we'll go from there. New video on ZAKtalks Pixel tomorrow morning. I'm excited about it. Yes, it has to do with the fingerprint sensor. We're going to just dive right into it. And then I'm going to go out to the mountains, I think, on Saturday. Saturday's supposed to be pretty nice. We're going to go out to Canmore, which is about an hour and a half west of here. It's not Banff National Park. It's right on the edge of Banff National Park. But there's these little shops and everything like that my family likes to go to shop for Christmas stuff. So I think we're going to go out there and have a look around. And I'll be able to get some mountain photos and everything like that. I'm going to take one of my mini tripods with me. And we'll do some comparison photos with the Pixel 6 Pro and the Pixel 7 Pro. We'll do some video stuff while we're out there because it's a nice setting. So I'll be posting stuff on Twitter and Instagram, all that kind of stuff. You guys know where to follow me. You guys know where to find me. And even on that new app, Hive, which I just remembered I haven't posted anything today. Hive has been fun. Go ahead and check it out. Yeah, it's slow and ganky and everything like that and janky right now, but yeah, it'll get there, I think. It's not taking over Twitter anytime soon. Although it is interesting to see how many people have joined. It's interesting to see who has joined Hive and then instantly blocked me. Living rent-free in your head, bud. I'm not sure what I did to deserve it, but hey, here we are. Anyway, people, you guys all have a good night. I'll let you go. We'll see you on the next live stream on Sunday. New ZAKtalks Pixel video tomorrow. That's it. Take care. Cheers.